So you have arrived in Tokyo, Japan, your dream destination. After all that saving, planning, and practicing Japanese phrases, you're finally here, ready to visit some shrines, use anime quotes to navigate around, and eat the ramen that you always dreamed of, like the weeb you are. Stepping off the plane at Narita Airport, you grab your luggage and take your first step into Japanese society. Then reality hits. You assume you would find some English speakers, but it turns out that not so much. Still, you are prepared for this. You march up to the counter with your best Japanese. Sumimasen, ego desu ka? Or after a lot of hand gestures and the airport staff talking to you in Japanese, you catch a few keywords. Terminal 2 and train ticket. Now you understand that you have to take a train. In your way to the Terminal 2, you see tons of services, but you don't bother since you're in a hurry. I really believe you should buy a mobile plan ASAP though. You step out and find a bus heading to a Terminal 2. Apparently, you don't need to pay for it, so you hop inside. When you get there, you try asking every Western looking person nearby for some directions to leave the airport and for some Wi Fi to use Google Maps in order for you to locate your hostel. Eventually, you understand that the Skyliner train is what you are really looking for. After you find the right counter, you get in the line until it's your turn. When it comes, the person in charge explains the prices to you, and you do your best to keep up. Okay, now you're ready to pay. You take out your card from your wallet, you lean over, but cash only. So as you figured, you have to step out of the line, head to the nearest ATM, withdraw more money than you expected, and rejoin the line to patiently wait again. With your ticket in hand, you approach the turnstile, then you use it and walk away, but the guard stops you and hands you your ticket back. With some gestures, he says, "Remember to always take your ticket with you." As you wait for the train, you realize that not only people here are remarkably patient, but they also follow a code of conduct, lining up for the train. It's just fantastic. There you are, officially out of your element, but you're loving it. After an hour and a half of watching locals absorbed in their phones and listening to the train monitors, you finally reach your station. Actually, you find yourself in an underground maze of tunnels and stairs. After some trials and error, you emerge into the rainy Tokyo night. So you get lost several times, thinking about that mobile plan that you didn't get, but finally, you spot a small police box where you ask for help, though the policeman struggles to understand your question. At last, with their help, you find your hostel. The staff speaks a bit of English, which is a relief, and you check in. So you know before bed a shower could be essential, so you just go for it. And there it is, the famous Japanese toilet. It's there, just for you, waiting to be used. So you think about hitting the bed, right? I mean, it would be the wisest thing to do, or not, you think. I mean, you still want to see a little more, you just arrived, so you head outside for a quick nighttime walk. A Family Mart glows nearby, so you pop in, and you're amazed at all the unfamiliar products on the shelves. You grab a green tea or something that looks like that, and some sweet bean bread, just for the thrill of the unknown. So now you're paying, and you're paying with coins. And before you start counting, the staff or the person in charge tells you to throw them into the machine next to you. It counts everything for you. It's that easy. You go back to your room and then you realize you have no charger nor adapter. Great. Fortunately, the wall socket has USB ports, so at least you can charge your phone for now. You can't say the same for your other electronic devices like the computer or the camera. Now, after a good night's sleep, you wake up full of energy. You head to the common area and there are other guests there that are happy to share tips with you. First of all, you have to get a Suica card, or you might want to stick with individual tickets, which is cool. Second of all, you have to find a mobile plan, which you need and require because, without Wi-Fi you will be lost. You know now that Tokyo has a lot of free Wi-Fi spots, but in most cases it won't be enough. And number 3, they will tell you the places you should go first. So you tell them about your mobile-less plan situation, that you want to buy an adapter, and also that you really like anime and very geek and nerd stuff. Someone will tell you that you should go to Akihabara, because it has all them 3. So now you go outside. Tokyo looks totally different in the morning light. You head to the train station, find the ticket machine, and you feel grateful for the English language option. You select your station and you pay the fare. Now you will take the train. So when you arrive to your station, you realize about your mistake. Oh no, you forgot to take the ticket from the turnstile. So you have to go to the information section, and there you have to pay. Pay for your mistake. Pay for your actions. You learned your lesson. When you arrive in Akihabara, it's like stepping into a new universe. The prices, the stores, the ads, the screens, and people People is everywhere. Endless crowd walking and buying everything you can see. There are also endless anime and video games merchandise on display, which is cool and great, and you love it. You don't want to leave, ever. While you're walking by, you will spot several interesting Plus 18 stores all over the place, but that will be for another day, you think, maybe. You start by looking for an adapter in different electronic stores, and quickly realize that there's every price range and type that you could ever want, so you finally settle on one that's not too cheap, but it's cheap enough. Perfect. With your charger crisis solved, you wander past many restaurants, and the smell is amazing. You feel hungry, so it's time for you to try the real Japanese food, not like the overpriced one you have back home, the real deal. One ramen shop catches your eyes with the 3D food display outside, and you love it. You can see the size of the dish, the color, and how much it costs. You have to face reality. Without English words, it would be very difficult for you to order anything inside a restaurant, so you head in. You order a miso ramen. Simple, looks appealing, and exactly what you need. 800 yen later, a huge steaming bowl arrives. And just as you take that first delicious sip with a Japanese spoon, it hits you. You are in Japan. You look around, fully realizing the beauty of where you are, and maybe you let a tear slip because you're just that happy. After slurping up every noodle within your bowl and showing up your chopsticks abilities, you pay your service and go out. You take photos of everything you see. You don't lose any opportunity. As you walk, you can see people buying everything from Pokemon cards to consoles and anime figures, and other plus 18, mature stuff. You also see girls wearing maid outfits promoting their maids' cafes, and guys like salarymans and young people talking them back. There are anime cards dedicated stores, big souvenir stores like Don Quixote, and small ones in narrow alleys where you can find both junks and hidden gems for cheap. You don't want to waste 1 second, so you just go in and see everything. And there you see everything you have seen in Akihabara already. Manga, games, and books are everywhere. The higher you go, the more products you get to see, even another 18 plus section full of content. You are tempted to buy a Nintendo 64 and some mangas, but you leave them on the shelf. Saving for now is a priority since you just arrived and you still need to figure out your budget. Next, you head to Yodobashi Camera, a massive electronic store packed with everything from phones and computers to musical instruments and alcohol. After exploring it for hours, you pick up another adapter. This one is for your computer or your camera or anything else. You know better now, so you buy a good one. When you step out, it's already dark, even though it's only 5:30 p.m. The city changed so much. So many lights and stimuli around. It looks more crowded. So you feel a sudden wave of exhaustion due to your jet lag, so you figure it's time to head back. On the way, you stop at Family Mart, grab some instant food, and make it back to the hostel. It's very interesting because you have a lot of food to choose from. Pre-made meals that, they look very good and they are very cheap. For 500 yens, you get a nice full meal. So you microwave your meal, the instructions are in there, it's very easy to use. You sit down by the window, looking at Tokyo and enjoying your food. You're amazed. You might want to spend some time talking with other people in the common area. You go back to your room, and before getting to bed, you take one more trip to the toilet. Because, let's face it, you don't have anything like that back home. So you plug in your new adapter. You charge all your devices, and you hit the bed. The mattress, even when it's slim, it feels fluffy and amazing. You reflect on everything you have done today. You might even want to, write something down in your journal. After that, you fall asleep smoothly, but excited for your tomorrow's experience. Nothing has ever been so good.